Hate is now in session. Before we get to the show, I wanted to address last episode. I looked back on it and I reflected on it. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know me. I'm all about accountability, self-reflection. All that thing comes in a ball. Yeah. And one thing I didn't like is how I came off. You know what I'm saying? Like, mad unappreciative of Pops. You know what I'm saying? And talking like that. It didn't sit right in my spirit. You know what I mean? So I wanted to make sure that I show some love. Pops, you know what I'm saying? Love, apologies. We here, baby. We rocking out. Hey.
Actually, love.
You know what I'm saying? Love. Facts. You know what I'm saying? We only get one pop, one moms. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what go on, you got to make sure you speak with love when you speak on your parents. So I ain't do that. So I got to make sure I hold myself accountable, especially in public. You know, if I'm gonna say something in public, I got to make sure I handle business in public too. You feel me? So you're now rocking with the finest, the most luxurious, the most scrumptious hitters you ever seen on the planet. It is the Do-Rag Scholars. Reem, kick it off, baby.
Your boy Mavelli, aka Shady Grady, aka today, I am a proud New York Knicks fan.
Woo!
I'm proud.
This nigga gotta get the fuck out of here.
I'm proud. Yes.
This nigga gotta get the whole fuck out of here.
Hey, what's up?
We gonna get into that.
Y'all beat our junior varsity.
Chill. Save it.
Junior varsity team.
Let's get it.
It's all right. We gonna
save it. Palm. What's up, man?
Yo, what's good, man? I told y'all this year it's all fucking love and positivity. So it's your boy Palm, aka Dude Love. You feel me?
Okay. I like that.
Feeling extravagant.
I like that. Since we staying on love, you feel me? I guess my hater name gonna be Brother Love. You get what I'm saying? you remember Brother Love, baby?
So it's Colton, aka
How old?
I'm gonna be child support.
What?
I'm just going straight back to
Nigga said child support.
That's gonna be my hater name, child support. You niggas better pay up.
I know a nigga that owes like $50,000 in child support.
Every
day I look at that nigga like, why do you wake up? Like, why you wake up, bro? Just fake your death already.
Like, he probably wake up at night, like, yo, that's his nightmare. He wake up like, child support!
Niggas woke up in the middle of the night.
Yo, son. $50K in child support, son.
How many kids he got? One?
My nigga, that's for one kid.
Oh
son.
my god!
And the wild shit, I'm gonna
So
tell
he
you.
ain't paid nothing?
I'm gonna tell you the wild.
That nigga was
Yo,
fucked up.
I'm gonna tell you the wildest shit. The wildest shit ever though. This nigga dad supports his kid, been in his kid's life his whole life, all that.
What?
But he still owes $50,000 in child support. Can't get a license, nothing, nigga. Nigga be getting ran down on the cops by the cops all the time. You would think this nigga was the biggest coke dealer this side of the Mississippi. Nah, nigga, he just owes the state a lot.
That's crazy. So let's introduce our guest.
Yes.
Yo, this guy right here, probably one of my favorite MCs.
Yes.
But besides that, one of my favorite people.
That's
you don't meet too many genuine people, like in general. And then when you put the craft on it, he genuine with the craft and respects the craft for what this thing is. So I want to make sure I had to say that first before he get to introduce himself.
Yes, good people. What's good? My name is Score, also known as the Gang of Dash, the 88, many names, Camo Style, New York City, representative to the core, 5 borough thorough.
You already know 5 borough thorough, baby.
All 5 fingers make a fish, man. I don't rep one borough, I rep them all, because I got history in every single fucking borough in the city, so... You know what I mean? It's very, very important. We start doing that, start uniting the boroughs like they used to in the 90s, saying that shit at the end of the track. Shout out to Manhattan, shout out to Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, Staten Island. Niggas be forgetting about Staten Island. I don't go there, but still, shout out to Staten Island. Word.
Shout out to Staten Island.
I feel like the hoods in Staten Island, the ones that's like actually still the most authentic.
Yeah.
It's because them niggas still in 2004.
Nah, they're not even in 2004 out there, bro.
Some shit ain't go across the wall.
I'm gonna tell you.
They still probably got Woody.
Listen, G shit. I was in Staten Island. It was probably like 2013, bro. And I was going to link up with some homies out there. It was a homie birthday. Homie live in Staten Island. Me and the homie took the ferry, and then we got on the bus to like go to the son crib. So it's like 12 at night. So we on the bus, and like I'm talking to my homie on the phone and shit. I'm like, yo, we walking, we about to get off the bus, we walking, Nigga like, all right, bet I'm gonna meet y'all on the corner so y'all know what block type shit. Like, all right, say less. That I'm talking to this nigga, yo, we're walking, and when we came past on the bus, like the bus passed the corner store, it was like 7 niggas in front of the corner store. I'm like, oh, them niggas are still authentic out here. I said that to my son. I was like, these niggas are still authentic.
That's a fact.
These niggas are still on the corner in front of the corner store. So it's 2013.
Nigga, crazy shit.
This is the type of shit I'm talking about. That ass.
Niggas, they got VHS,
Yo,
nigga.
my nigga, between getting off the bus like a block away from the corner store and walking back that block, like 97,000 niggas came outside.
That's Staten Island, nigga. It's a very
Yo, I'm on the phone with my man. Like, yo, bro, listen, if we don't get to that block in like
The funny shit was that was the whole population of Staten Island.
This is
everybody on the island.
Everybody on the island.
Yo,
right there.
It was like some nigga not from here.
It's like, I know everybody on this island.
Everybody on the island pulled up. Who's he good?
I told
Any of y'all know him? Nah, we know him. We know him.
I'm like, yo, listen, if we don't pull up on the block in like 5 minutes, my nigga, y'all come to this corner store. It's live over here. We just walk past it. You know what you gotta do when you walking past the nigga. Right. So we just walk past it. I think, but they was doing so much nigga shit. Like 1992 nigga shit was going on in that corner at that time.
Yeah,
I don't even think them niggas noticed us, son.
Yeah,
like.
Nigga got
five
Drive.
more niggas drove up while we was walking past. There's niggas playing CeeLo over. I didn't even see this while we was on the bus driving by. There's niggas playing CeeLo over here. There's a nigga on the other side of the corner, on the other side of the store. They rapping and shit. There's niggas just talking drug talk right there. It was just mad shit going on the corner. The corner was very active, son. Like it was 93. So Staten Island definitely.
Shout out Staten Island.
Staten Island got to get their respect, man. Staten Island got to get their respect.
I lived in Staten Island for a little bit.
Oh shit.
I'm glad you survived.
Baby, though.
I'm glad you
a baby,
survived.
bro. I was a baby.
I'm glad you still survived as a baby though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
It's
a long story. It's a long story. I don't
feel
want
like
to get into that.
I feel like the city as a whole, we only unify when like somebody from the South try to say something wild
That's a
about
fact.
us.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Like it's you from the South and you say some wild shit about New York. That's when every borough comes together.
Like, shut your $5 ass
Voltron.
rent up, nigga.
We like
your rent is $5, you bitch ass
chitlin
nigga.
eating mother. No.
Nigga, you ride a horse to the general
Like
store.
I can talk about my
I can
cousin,
talk about my
nigga.
cousin.
You can.
Yeah, word up, word up.
That's how New York is. It's
Nah,
like,
dead ass
you know,
though.
Yo, it was a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on. Everybody's getting canceled.
Everybody in the world.
Everybody getting canceled. Like if you alive right now, you about to get canceled. No
Yeah.
fuss.
I got canceled.
Why you got canceled?
I'm uncanceled though.
Oh, I bet you got uncanceled. You Teflon, bro. That's what I'm talking about. But speaking of Teflon, people that shouldn't be canceled. We was talking about comedians. Yeah, you know
I tried to get myself canceled like at least 3 times on this show.
Word, we was talking about, but we was talking about comedians though, and like, should they be exempt from being canceled? You get what I'm saying? Like, what are their limits? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I'll go first. I guess I personally feel like they're comedians. You get what I'm saying? Like to me, I have dark humor. Like if anything can happen and you could laugh about it. You feel me? That's what I feel like. Anything period. So I feel like comedians are meant to do that. Why can't they offend somebody?
Can I say
Like man, somebody might get offended, somebody might laugh. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm insensitive. Let's have this convo.
I have a very quick hot take. With that, everything you just said, should white comedians be allowed to say the N-word?
Alright, so before I even get into
Hold
that, 'cause that's a crazy
on. I
topic.
want the answer.
Me?
Yeah.
Should white comedians be able to say the N-word?
Yes.
I said before. I'ma stand on it. If it's funny, yes.
I was asking, is it funny? That would be my question. Is it funny?
Okay,
Is it
I got a question for everybody here, right? Do you think there's a difference between saying the N-word and using the N-word?
Yes.
That was good.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think both can get you punched in the face.
Yeah.
True.
I agree that both can get you.
No, but there is a difference.
But one can definitely get you punched in the face, and one can possibly get you.
Here's
One
what I'll
say,
say.
yo.
Here's what I'll say.
What?
Here's what I'll say.
One's a big joke and one's a little.
Here's what I'll say about comedy and use of the N-word in general with white people and just the cancel culture and comedy in general. Comedy is to try to push the limits to make people laugh. Mm-hmm. That is my opinion because I also have dark humor. I find almost everything funny.
So
like
do you think
but I'm getting to that. So with comedy, it's like people push the limits for comedy. There's a difference between when Kramer was shouting the N-word and talking about hanging niggas on stage, and even though people were upset at Louis C.K. when he asked that question, even though it was seemingly out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. Now, everyone's so black and white that they think it's either you can choose one side or the other, but there's a way where you can see a person try to make a joke and be like, this is a joke, but also be like, I didn't fuck with that. You get what I'm saying? That's just the type of person that I am. So I feel like when it comes to a white comedian using the N-word, is it funny? And then I can answer the question from there. Was it funny?
I got a response. How quick, I guess this is a question for you. How quick do you make that judgment based on what he said? Like if you sitting there, you in the crowd, and he just drops it, how quick do you make that judgment?
I mean, it's gotta be personal. It's gotta be something. If I laughed, you know, I'm not gonna let other people. So a lot of people, they do that. They let other people's reactions sway their reaction. Yeah. So maybe they found it funny at first, but then they look around and not enough people like them are laughing, and they're like, okay, we gotta be upset now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, be real about what you like and be real about what you don't like. And that's time. And a lot of people are not real about what they like. So based off of what other people like. So they're just like, oh damn, that was funny, but it's problematic. So I can't say that I like that. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I'm honest about my shit. So me personally, if it's funny, like Smith said and Colton said, if it's funny, I'm gonna laugh at it. You know what I'm saying? And I won't have a problem with it. You know what I mean? I won't have a problem with it. But if it ain't funny, then it's like, all right.
Word.
And I think that's unfair to the comedian too, because like, maybe he thought it was funny at the time. You know, maybe he really genuinely thought it was funny. But
people don't realize the power that they have to just ignore things. I think people forget that they can just not give things attention. Once you give things attention, then you give people the leeway to give a judgment whether it's negative or not. But it's like the old saying, like if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's around to hear it, doesn't make a sound.
Yeah, my sense of humor is horrible. I just realized my sense of humor is
pretty bad.
Because when Louis C.K. said that in that clip, I didn't feel any way. Like I felt nothing because I'm looking at him and I'm just like, all right. I laughed more at Seinfeld's reaction to it. Seinfeld's reaction to it made that shit 1,000 times funnier.
I was like,
Seinfeld was like, oh.
I was like, he's so uncomfortable right now.
But that's what you do. You look at other people's reactions. You like, all right, that was funny to me. Now let me see how.
And that's why people are making
Seinfeld almost shitted on himself.
Yeah, he did.
Right,
he almost shitted on himself.
Amongst basically on his side.
And I was ready to shit my pants laughing. Yeah. That's how funny his reaction was.
But here's another thing. Like I said, like there's examples of people like that in that situation where it's like, even though like where did he come from with that? That's fucking funny in that context. And there's I forgot the white guy, but he was interviewing somebody and he was like, well, I'm a house nigga. I don't know if y'all remember that, but it was a white dude and he was interviewing another white guy, and the dude was trying to make a comparison to something with plantations. And the white
dude from HBO.
The dude from HBO, and he was like, well, I'm a house nigga. That's not fucking funny. That's not funny. So that's offensive. You know where did that come from? That wasn't even like, and you're not even a comedian at that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when it comes to comedians and the cancel culture, like if they're doing it for the sake of comedy, yes, it could be in bad taste. Yes, it could be a bad joke. Yes, you can be offended by that. But if they did it in the sake of comedy, it's still a joke. And it could be a bad joke. It could be in bad taste. You can be offended by it. But I just feel like when it comes to canceling, unless that person is just repeatedly forever following that same hateful trend, then I don't see a reason to cancel them.
You know what did make me uncomfortable in that clip though?
What?
How funny the other white guy thought it was.
Right.
That made me uncomfortable. Like he was fucking dying.
Ricky Gervais is mad racist though.
He's European.
Like he's a European.
Y'all was just about to say he looks European.
He's from the original Office. So the UK version of the Office, he's from that.
Makes sense.
I wanted to like kind of just go back to the root of what Smith kind of asked about the canceling though, and just pose a question to y'all. Like, how do you feel about comedians being canceled for things that are not comedy. You know what I mean? Like Louis C.K. He was canceled and it had nothing to really do with his comedy.
Yeah,
but that's okay.
Consensual.
I feel like that's fine.
That's fine.
I feel like if you did some wild shit
Right.
outside of whatever your art is,
Definitely.
nigga, you should be judged for that.
Right.
Like you're a person at
right.
the end of the day.
And like, if you harm somebody, you got to pay those prices.
Prices,
That's a
right.
fact.
What I
Definitely.
feel about what you did, you got to pay that price.
You gotta pay that
get what I'm
price,
saying?
brother.
And if you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be, things play out and you're able to get your career back. You're able to get your career
Right.
back. I'll
Right.
laugh at you or whatever the case
Right.
may be. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like, yo, you gotta
just gotta face those
handle your business,
consequences.
face those consequences. If you get to come back, if people give you the opportunity to come back,
Yeah.
So
That's good for you, right?
the N word, right? Is there any offensive racial slur that comes out in comedy as much as that? As much as
Nigga, I've went on a binge of watching like all the Netflix like stand-up specials from different countries and shit, and I've learned mad racial slurs for like mad different types of people. Comedy, that's what people do. But it's like the thing about comedy now that I realize what comedians do, because times have changed. It's not the same where you could just get on stage and say and just drop all these fucking words and people just allow that. They do self-deprecation like jokes. They make fun of themselves. They call themselves those racial slurs. They do shit to themselves and their own people. And then when they do make jokes about other people that are racist, they try to throw a little clever twist into it. Like there's a comedian, Tom Segura. He makes like a lot of racist jokes about like different like places, but he does it in like a clever way. So it's like it's never that offensive when it comes out, like at the end of the day. So it's just like, nigga, there are ways to do it without being fucking offensive and still being fucking funny.
it gotta be
And
good,
that's
man.
like, you just gotta be good at what you do. And if you are fucking offensive and like balls to the wall fucking offensive, you better be hilarious.
Yeah, and it's like, yo, fuck it. I mean, comedians, they got to take that leap of faith. Shoot your shot. If it's funny, it's funny. And just like anything, if we get up here and say some shit and somebody punches us in the face,
So
we got hold on, let me finish. So if somebody punches you in the face, you got to be like, oh, I said that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So comedians got to be ready
stand
for
by it.
either for people to laugh with you, or you might get a glass thrown at you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll pose a
take the
question.
shot.
Hold up. I got one thing before that. Both. So what do we say about people who feel like we don't have we don't carry that same energy with everything? Like people would say something like, what's that dude who be writing all the movies and it'd be like
Harvey
10,000 niggas?
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah. Tarantino.
Like, why doesn't Quentin Tarantino get that same kind of like?
Okay, so
Because his movies are good.
this is what I'll say. That's the simple version. That's the simple version. But like honestly, at the end of the day, I feel like with that keep the same energy shit, people use that and they don't keep the same energy with everything.
Right.
So at the end of the day, like as humans, we will end up having biases and different like
Hypocritical
That's a perspective
hypocritical
thing.
perspective. We're just people. So like with Quentin Tarantino's 30,000 niggas every movie, like I myself personally, I always watch these movies. I'm like, this is a good movie, but why he had to write nigga 30,000 times? I personally always ask that question.
You know,
Other
I'm not
people
gonna lie
don't.
to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think about
You
that.
don't. You get what I'm saying?
I'm watching a movie.
And I also,
You
as
watch
a fan of cinematography and a nigga who own a lot of his movies, like it's not nigga in every one of his movies.
Yeah, that's also a fact.
Reservoir
Yeah.
Dogs, there's no nigga
Yeah, it's a
in
fact.
that.
Yeah,
Kill Bill,
that's
there's
one of
no
my
nigga
favorite
in that.
movies.
You feel what I'm saying? So, and Kill Bill's a big movie and it's two.
Yeah, that's a
there's
fact.
no nigga in that. You feel what I'm saying? May there be racial slurs in it?
Yeah.
Towards other cultures. So it's like we tend to highlight things, and it doesn't mean that we can't get mad about it. Maybe he do make more movies
But I
that
think
have
that
the word
shows a lot
nigga in it
to
versus what he hasn't made in the past. But it's like we just pinpointing that if people study his films, this nigga did a vampire movie from dusk till dawn. Nobody was complaining about the racial slurs in that towards Mexicans and things
Yeah,
like
that's a
that.
fact.
And can I ask
It's
some
like
more
we tend to like just
Yeah.
grab towards our shit, you know what I'm saying? And we don't care about other people's
Yeah.
shit. And those people are not complaining. And it could have been offensive to them in the time,
Yep.
but we didn't hear them.
Yep.
So why is it a big deal? It's really like, you know what I mean? Does he hate black people? Is that's what it should come down to. You know what I'm saying? Like, does he hate black people? You know what
And
I mean?
I think personally, let's keep it a bean, is a low hanging fruit for black people to latch on and make a stand on, because we don't want to make a stand on anything else. You get what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
like we'll sit here and nitpick nigga in movies and who says nigga and who can't say nigga, who's black and who's not black, and then go home and walk past the black homeless people in our neighborhoods go home, walk past the poverty in our neighborhoods, and complain about the poverty in our neighborhoods, and then complain about the crime in our neighborhoods. We not doing shit about nothing. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, why we can get mad at nigga. Okay, I get it. But at the end of the day, we not really doing nothing. All right, we say we get the world to stop saying nigga.
Then what?
Then what?
Right.
We just black people in the same position.
I feel like there's more offensive shit than nigga to be said.
There's a lot more offensive shit happening than just saying the word nigga.
But I feel like there was always more offensive words than nigga.
Yo, fam, always.
Around. Like porch monkey is way more offensive to me than nigga.
Like,
monkey of any sort.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. I would snuff somebody out of
depends on
principle
context.
for saying nigga. Like white dudes, I would snuff them more out of principle than anger. Like, all right, somebody else.
Like you tried to get to me. You tried to get to me. All right, I'm gonna show you.
That's why I said it's the context. Like
Yeah.
sometimes niggas will say shit to rile you up because they know they're gonna say that. If you give them the power all the time, then you know it could be a win or loss for you. But it's like, do you? You know what I mean? Some people know. They know. It's like if a white person called me nigga because they know that's gonna rile me up, and I call them cracker, and it does nothing to them. It's like. They it's like, oh, okay, I don't care. You know what I mean?
I mean,
It's like, wow,
That's probably the least offensive racial slur.
Are we
right?
Because crackers are amazing. You ever had saltine shit?
If I'm saying this,
You ever had saltine
Nigga, they don't give a fuck. Yo, Tom Segura, like, yo, you gotta look at his comedy special. He talks about
I'm
this.
offended.
So
what is the difference?
He makes a joke where he's just like, yo, he was somewhere and this dude called him a cracker, and he was like, and he thought about it, and he was like, that's fucking funny, dude. He was like, that's the funniest racial slur out. You know why? Because we don't give a shit when people call us cracker.
Exactly.
And that, like, and when you think about just white people, like, nigga, why would they be offended by cracker? The people that make a big deal out of honky, cracker, like, those are the white people that's looking to be oppressed and looking to find a reason to be offended by something. Like, because, nigga, at the end of the day, those words have never held you down, ever. In life. Never, ever, ever held you down in life. So
it's always brought up in the not comedy perspective, but like there's a joke to it.
Are we as a society? Are we like approaching like being too sensitive?
What's gonna happen?
Social media
The ceiling is gonna break. The ceiling's gonna break because what you see happening.
The ceiling is the roof.
Yeah, the ceiling is the roof. It's gonna break. You
I
know
just
what I'm saying?
didn't know if you guys knew that.
Because like, what's gonna like you see it now. Everybody's like, okay, fuck this. There's two sides. There's the super PC, and then there's the other side that's like, okay, you guys want to play? I'm gonna offend everybody now. And everybody's slowly but surely getting to that point. Even people, just regular people, is like, no, I'm gonna say what I feel. Y'all are too sensitive. Everybody's willing to offend somebody, which is why you always see somebody offended by somebody. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't like that before.
I think it's just supposed to be willing to offend people.
Yeah.
Because that's what the truth is.
You just got to take accountability for it
sure.
too.
Yep.
And you just like if you hurt somebody, regardless of what you're saying, you got to take accountability for it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's the part that's really missing out of this. Really, because it's a black and white side that people are playing, and they think it's more complex than it is, and it's not. It's really like you said, it's the troll side, and then it's the super like PC. We're offended by everything side, and like when it comes to those two sides, the one thing I don't see from those sides is them saying that I'm fucking up, or I see that you have a point in what you're saying. Like it's just a bunch of people basically deflecting each other's points and then throwing more points at the other person, and like that never will end. Great. So that's why I'm saying right now we're gonna just end up being an infinite loop of bullshit of just people spewing hate and then people trying to spew positivity and then spewing hate, and it's gonna be a same circle, and then they're gonna start fighting, and then the positive side is gonna become the hateful people, because that's also happening. Because I've seen like the positive people shame people for not being positive. You get what I'm saying? Like when they're not human and niggas don't go through shit all the time. Right there. And that's super negative. Like so that shit is crazy, boy. Like this whole game is fucked up, and niggas is picking the dark side of the light side.
It's that Batman quote. You live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
Yeah. Like for me, that's why I've been getting it. I'm like, man, look. Somebody gonna get mad. But these jokes gotta get off, bro. They gotta get off.
Some shit is funny.
Some shit is funny, son. It's just funny, man. And I like, and for me, I'm willing for people to get angry at me to get this joke off. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I get offended by stuff. You get offended by stuff. At the end of the day, it's perspective. I'm gonna be offended by something tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be honest, if I drop a joke,
is nothing off limits when it comes to a joke?
I don't know. This shit off limits.
There's a lot of things off limits. Like, I don't like people like talking about people in their death and stuff like that.
If it's funny, I laugh at it. But the thing about me and my principles and morals is like I can't make jokes. I feel like I don't make jokes like that. Like okay, like I'll make an example. Dead homie jokes. I've laughed at a few dead homie jokes. Yeah, and that's fucked up. I would never make a dead homie joke because I got dead homies. My dad knows what that feels like and how you feel if you heard somebody say some shit about your dead homies. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I feel like that's like something that's off limits. Rape. I'm not making touching jokes. I'm not touching that shit at all. Just crazy tragic jokes. Yeah, like I'm not touching no shit like that. Like I'm not touching no shit like that. You know, dead family members, like shit like that, like those are like kind of off limits to me. But I've seen some funny jokes about shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've seen some. I've seen.
You know what? This is gonna be fucked up, but there's like a trend that used to happen on Twitter. I can't even say this still happens, but it used to happen where niggas would shit on somebody and then they would like in their bio have like RIP somebody or like a picture of somebody that's hurt, and then they would make a joke about like that person as dead, like as a comeback.
I ain't gonna lie to you,
and
that's usually, but people usually bring that on themselves because they usually say some,
but that's what I'm saying. They
usually say some wild cruel
and
shit,
they get
and then they'll be like,
"Oh, that was some OD cruel shit."
They'll be like, "Oh, you're mourning? Oh, okay, let me show you. Let me show you what mourning feels like."
Sometimes it'd be hilarious to me. Sometimes,
and you'd be like,
but I just don't
with the distance.
Just because I
think the worst type of jokes I probably laugh at are something that Score just said, 9/11 jokes, and I'd laugh at them for a horrible reason, because white people are always saying, remember 9/11, remember 9/11.
Remember berries?
But they love to tell us they love to tell us to forget slavery.
Forget slavery.
So like I can't forget slavery and you can remember 9/11. Nah, I'm gonna laugh at this joke. I wouldn't make a 9/11 joke because I'm from New York. I seen the devastation. Like I smelt the dead. But I'm gonna laugh at that motherfucker.
When I said it, I was trying to think of a funny one I've heard, and I couldn't really think of one. You know what I'm saying? That I heard like a take on it, but I think I've seen it is try to touch it. You know, like they'll bring.
I've seen Pete Davidson.
I seen like one
joke about his dad who died in 9/11. Pete Davidson makes mad jokes about his dad who died, and then some of them are funny.
Yeah,
I think Pete Davidson is.
I feel like maybe that's the dynamic of where he is right now. That's why he's going through what he's going through.
Crazy
because
he need therapy
of the universe.
Need therapy.
Like you want to
need
tell
therapy.
Like
don't
that,
make those
jokes.
You're
gonna need therapy.
Get that therapy, fam.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Because
speak to God.
Look, that's the dynamic. You see the dynamic. That's how kinetic energy.
But that's also when we talk about that leap of faith.
Now you going through a rut in your life. You feel what I'm saying? Who's to say why? It ain't directly because you told jokes about your father, but that's how the universe works. You feel what I'm saying? That's how it works. You up, you saying anything you want. Now you down, and you can't say nothing. You feel what I'm saying? You can't. It's nothing you can say.
But that's
why nobody wants to help you.
I think that
goes. They like you the type of nigga to tell jokes about your dead pops. I can't help you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Because I feel like you take that leap of faith and whatever you talk about, of course, whatever happens after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you gonna make that nigga joke as a white person, if you get punched in the parking lot somewhere, it happened.
That shit better be in your next bit.
Yo, that's a fact. That's a fact. Tell that joke.
That's the only way you gonna survive that one.
So, at the end of the day, I'm not with the really canceling the people unless they really say some fucked up shit and it wasn't funny.
Speaking of this made me think of something. Like, everybody's canceled the NFL for Colin Kaepernick. A lot of people. Why didn't we cancel the NFL before that? Black people have been marginalized in the NFL for eons.
Yo, Palm is the Malcolm X for the NFL. Keep bringing this up every other episode, yo. Fuck the NFL.
I stopped watching
it's a fact.
Because of Kate. I did because I was like,
okay. If I'm gonna be,
I just didn't stop. Like,
but that's what he said.
I stopped watching.
Cat made it
social
easier.
media. That shit spotlighted it. then Will Smith did the concussion movie. Then niggas started coming out about different things about the NFL.
Yeah.
Niggas ain't know that before. That's why niggas was against
Niggas
it.
knew black people was marginalized in the NFL.
No, but we
how many black quarterbacks do you know historically?
No,
I wasn't thinking about none of that when I used to watch
But you know,
I was thinking about
I think we chalked it up to
they got stopped there, man.
we
Hit
were other
2004.
positions. So we were the face of the sport, and I think we was content with that. We were good at other positions that we were content with that, and we had so many other sports that we were dominating in. So I think we just was like, all right,
That's just like under the radar.
We throw the bone towards that because when you get in minimal in one place and you max out in other places, you like, all right, it's even. Fuck it. They can have the quarterback position, niggas. We got wide receivers, we got running backs, we got you feel what I'm saying? We have so many dominant positions in black, but then I'm talking about the issues of the NFL. We didn't know about that. Like, you know, did you know about that at 16?
I ain't know nothing about CTE.
I ain't know nothing about none. I know it was all white owners. In my mind,
I knew that.
I'm like, it's black players. It's got to be black.
I knew that was all white.
You know what I'm saying?
I knew that there was no black coaches.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know about
Right
the
now,
CTE shit for mad.
I didn't know about the CTE shit. That's new to everybody.
Right.
I was
the
only
ownership,
thinking about these
white
wings.
being everything white. I knew that.
pizza.
I knew that there was no.
My
There was no
Sunday.
black GMs.
Right.
I knew that there was no black head coaches.
Right.
I knew all
I
that.
could team
know
that
that
day.
age.
You heard me? I didn't even watch
I
the
just
NFL. I was like, I'm
fucking
gonna pick a team
Michael
this
Vick.
day.
Like that nigga could throw a football. That's all I knew. I was like, yo, this black.
I got mad
fucking
2004, and then after that, I never
what
fucked
I'm
with
saying?
the NFL ever again. Honestly, I used to I didn't even watch football games. Like, I just. Cause nigga, I'm black and I grew up around black niggas and they love football, so they would talk about football and I was learning about football through them talking about it. And I was just like, let me figure out how I'm gonna get. And I bought Madden, and then I was just like, football's kind of cool.
I used to play football back in the day. I used to play for the Skyhawks, baby.
You wasn't really internalizing it, like
So then later on, as the nigga that always used to be like the NBA is better than the NFL, and niggas used to like.
I always felt that way. And
when I found out about
when
all
I was
this
a
shit,
fan.
I was just like, damn, look, here you go. That's just crazy. I didn't know. I didn't know. Like, I felt like if niggas knew, then that's crazy.
To me, it just got boring. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Football just got boring for me.
That's a fact.
That's one reason why I started to stop watching. It was just like, I'm not even interested anymore in no storylines. Ain't nobody really standing out. And the ones that is standing out, you gotta get NFL ticket. Because they wasn't showing the games like that at one point. They want you to have ticket. Then Red Zone came out. That was cool, but it just got boring. Like, it got boring.
There are black quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, he's halfway. They are in the playoffs, so I'm not advocating for the NFL. I just
Russell Wilson.
there are black quarterbacks now.
I just have no interest. I mean, it don't matter if they got black quarterbacks. I just don't care. You know how you grow out of something? You just grow out of it.
Don't matter because you look at the bigger scheme of shit. Like, are they black owners? You know what I'm saying?
They got a whole rule to have black coaches, and there's still only.
It's a little bit of black coaches. You know what I'm saying?
There's one now. There's one. There's one. Now there's just one black coach.
The whole cap thing turned me off, and it's not because of Cap.
They handled it messily.
They handled
the players
handled it messily, and it was just like. I mean, that just turned me off. Right. You get what I'm saying? Like, to me, I couldn't support players that didn't want to stand up for themselves and was also not backing him. That was one thing. So it wasn't even like the NFL itself that I was like, I'm going to cancel. It was like, I can't support these people because I don't respect them as men. You get what I'm saying?
That's why I said the cape shit was a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
Because it was a gift because it put the light on the shit. It put the light and you was like, boom. But it was a curse because now you like, damn, who's really real, who's really not.
That's a fact.
And it just
now you thinking about
now you thinking every time you watch a game, you looking for niggas kneeling.
Yeah,
like before you wasn't paying attention to that. You was just like, and I hate to say that, but it kind of fucked it up for me.
Shit, y'all might not know, but these niggas have even deteriorated their they look even weaker as players. Mm-hmm. The Steelers.
Y'all that turned me off too.
Le'Veon Bell.
Just watching from
ain't
afar.
play all year. Le'Veon Bell ain't play all year.
Why?
Because they franchised him. Mm-hmm. But Le'Veon, if anybody knows, the average lifespan of an NFL player in general is like 2.5 years. Mm-hmm. The average lifespan of a running back is 3 years. Mm-hmm. Le'Veon already is in year, I think, 6, 7. So he's looking for that big deal. He's only like 27, 28.
Right.
He's looking for that big deal, and they was franchising him again. So he was sitting out.
That big money.
Yeah, he was sitting out to get his free agency next year and get his big money. Yo, the Steelers players, at one point during the season, these niggas raided his locker and they
Yeah,
video
I've seen
they
that.
shit was video recorded. And niggas was like,
I hate
yo,
this
I got
thing so
sleep.
much.
I'm
I'm
gonna
use
take
the
it
sleep
serious,
time.
The players are not making
That
it
shit is
easy,
corny shit.
easy
That
to
shit
support.
was corny. That shit was
Yeah.
corny shit. On top of that, it's like they always was talking crazy about him, and it's just like
Them rapist
y'all gonna
burgers,
want
like
y'all
he's a
bread.
fucking,
Y'all gonna want y'all bread one day
Right.
too.
I seen that.
And this is how y'all moving because he wants his bread.
Yeah. So me, it wasn't even protest. It got boring. Then it was just like that happened.
And then niggas was cooning up.
I was just like,
cooning up the
I'm
place.
just out of
Wow.
it. You know what I mean?
That's
and
wild.
like, it's not a righteous choice. It's just like,
Yeah.
I'm not interested.
interest.
Literally, I have no interest in it. Like
wasn't
now,
invested.
now even I'm over it, and like I see it on, and I'll like watch it for like a few minutes. I'm like, I'm not even interested. I'm just doing this because just to do it. It's on. You know what I mean? I'm not interested.
I think I'm where you at with it.
Yeah.
Like
I don't care about it.
I really don't care about it.
never
It
really
is
did.
what it is.
Yeah.
You know, it's something I know about, so I can engage in conversation about it. But I just don't be there with it. No more.
Yeah.
I'm not excited about it. I'm not enthusiastic about it anymore. I'm a Giants fan too.
I enjoy sports betting, so I watch sports.
Sorry to hear that, man.
But
Speaking of sports, baby, we got to talk about it. First off, when I say
let's
this,
talk about it.
You got
Let's
to
talk
preface
about
it because
let's talk about it.
yo, Frank Ntilikina is trash, but the Knicks beat the fucking Lakers. You feel me?
All right, before we get to that,
You heard?
I'm gonna personally apologize to Kevin Knox myself.
Yeah.
Because y'all niggas was talking real slick about the nigga like
He's
he was
the
about
real
to
deal.
run out the gate, but he didn't. But now he's showing what y'all was talking about. So I gotta acknowledge that. But the Knicks still.
Yo, no. We trash.
Let's be real. Let's be
I
real.
wasn't even gonna say
I'm
that.
gonna let y'all have y'all win.
I'm still talking about the fucking long. Yo, as long as that nigga is the head, and he talking about selling now too. Y'all be
Yeah, I
saying
heard about
that's
that.
been coming out a lot.
Hopefully
It's been
he
coming
do
out.
it.
Y'all know he's not selling the building though, right? He's just selling the team. He's not selling the building at all. Fuck. Sell the Rangers though, bro. Please do that for me. Sell the Rangers. I don't give a fuck about the Knicks.
The Knicks just need a
Sell
makeover.
the Rangers. I need the Rangers to get back to confidence. The Rangers need to be good again. That's just for the town. Like,
Right.
sell the Rangers. Thank you,
All New
please.
York teams need to be winning.
I gotta say something.
What you gonna say? Some dumb shit.
No, man, come on.
Oh, what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say.
Fans.
I'm gonna say this, right? Congratulations on your win.
Facts.
It was well deserved without LeBron and Kuzma.
See, why? Come on.
Hold on. Not only that was it well deserved, but Kevin Knox did come out to play
You know
what I'm saying?
Without
He's good.
Porzingis and Frank.
without who? Without
Porzingis and Frank.
who?
Frank got hurt.
Who's the second person?
Frank.
That person's a fucking bum. It doesn't matter. He
got
got
hurt.
benched in front of his mom,
He got
bro. That guy's a bum. But anyway,
It's cool.
It's true though.
Brandon Ingram's trash. I fucking hate that nigga right now.
I don't
He's
know why I
good,
think
but he's
y'all
also
gonna trade him
trash.
for AD, but good luck with that.
He's gonna be involved in it, you know.
LeBron
Definitely
gonna figure it out.
involved in it.
LeBron gonna figure a way.
You know, I was campaigning for Ingram.
Yo, I've been
I was
feeling like y'all should
I
let him go.
wasn't-
I've been
I
feeling
wasn't.
like y'all should
Nation.
let him go.
Ingram
I
just-
was not campaigning.
Yo.
I was campaigning
Yo.
only because he was on my team.
Time
I'm
out.
like,
Duke
fuck it.
Nation.
Time out. He's on my team.
When he good, he
Time
good.
out.
When he
Niggas
trash,
be
he
Bill
trash.
KD, he about to be, but
20-second timeout.
Yeah.
20-second timeout on the Knicks. Did niggas see this nigga last night?
Zion.
Jesus.
Zion.
Woo! Yo,
360
son.
done, nigga.
The nigga caught the steal, and it looked like he just hit the runway. Son.
Yo, son, it was so crazy.
God.
You know what's
I'm about to
crazy?
take that
Yo,
shit.
I had to grab. I literally grabbed a chair like this because I felt like I was.
I was like,
flying.
oh god, he about to do
Yo,
something.
No funny.
He
No
finna do
funny.
something.
He didn't even dunk at everybody in the arena. Was like,
Oh no! It's like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
They jumped the same time that he did.
The other rookie
Yeah.
boy, that's nice. This nigga
RJ.
jumping in the RJ Barrett in the background, jumping in the air because this shit is just so crazy.
Yo.
Oh my god!
something, man. The kid is
And what he had 25 and 10.
son, I told y'all he's the real deal. Wait,
Yo,
hold
who
on.
got the most losses right now in the league?
Oh shit,
We got the
niggas.
second most.
Who? The Knicks.
The second most, yeah.
Y'all got second. Who got the most?
The Cavs.
Damn, man.
Cavs about to get
Colin
Zion.
Sexton and
Talk
Zion
about
Williamson.
swing.
Jesus.
Oh shit!
Oh, my
fuck.
God.
This nigga is 17. How old is he? 17, right?
17, 18.
Like
What the
this
fuck?
nigga.
Speaking, wait, all right, so
Look
we're
at
on
my
the topic
leg.
of college basketball. We got to talk about my boys, man. The home team.
St. John's.
St. John's.
Yeah, them niggas is winning.
Red
Shamari Pons is
Storm.
nice.
Shamari Pons, baby.
That nigga's nice. He had
Woo!
36 in the win against the Hoyas.
Come on.
36. That nigga had 36 of them things.
Come on, son. Come on.
They got the
36 of
win,
them
too.
things,
36 of
boy.
them
Still
things.
stuck here.
Them niggas was dunking, son. Them niggas was dunking.
They was
dunking.
wildin'
I was
on
like, what's
Georgetown.
going on?
Alex,
Yo, St.
he-
John's?
he-
I don't know. They might got a little something.
They got a little something going, bro.
Tournament is about to start soon.
It is.
Yeah. Oh, my son Mac McClung ain't play though.
Yeah.
My son Mac McClung.
My son
ain't
Mac
play.
McClung.
My
I
son,
thought he was gonna be a
Riff Raff
problem.
cousin. Riff Raff cousin. That nigga played for the Hoyas.
I'm so.
Yo, Riff Raff could have played for the Hoyas. He
I need
everything.
I wish yeah, I don't
He
know if
also
y'all know
could've played
Javon
for the
Quinley.
Pacers.
You ever heard of Javon Quinley?
Yeah.
He's a point guard. He's from New York.
That nigga nice.
He played for Villanova.
Okay.
So I think St. John's play Villanova soon. I hope I get to see that Javon Quinley versus
He's mad fucking
Pons
nice.
matchup. I'm looking forward to that one.
Hold up, though. We're back to the NBA real quick, though. I think the Lakers should definitely trade Brandon Ingram and try to get it.
Yeah.
And they should definitely trade Brandon Ingram. And for the most part, they need to start moving pieces to build around JaVale McGee.
JaVale McGee. Future.
I knew he was
Hall
going to
of
do this. I
Famer.
just wasn't ready for it.
Future Hall of Famer.
But
Future Hall of Famer, 2-time NBA champion, JaVale McGee.
JaVale McGee that couldn't stop
center.
in his
Then he
game.
won
JaVale
the
McGee
dunk
that
contest?
what? He won a dunk contest.
Woo!
No, he didn't.
Couldn't stop in his Canton.
He almost did. What you said?
He couldn't stop in his Canton.
Huh?
What you talking about?
JaVale McGee.
He couldn't stop Ennis
Couldn't
Cantor.
stop Ennis
He didn't want
Ennis
to.
Cantor?
He didn't have to.
He just came off an injury, man.
How much Ennis Cantor had? How much Ennis Cantor had?
He had a double. I think he had like 15 and 14.
Exactly. That ain't a lot of points.
um,
You act like you had 30, 15.
on
That nigga in his Kansas
on-
skated the president of Turkey, nigga.
on the
What you talking
look. Well,
about?
first of all, Enes Kanter is a political hero.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
That's first. Second, since we're on the subject of a Western Conference team and an Eastern Conference team, nobody saw what happened to Kawhi.
What?
But
Nobody saw.
Spurs strapped him up.
No, nobody saw. Yes.
the Spurs
Strapped him up.
Yes.
This nigga DeMar DeRozan had a triple double
Triple-double.
under that ass.
Alert.
Son.
Yes.
That shit was crazy.
Yes. I'm just.
You know what it
saying,
is? You know what it
happened.
is? You know what it is, Palm? You know what it is, Palm? They deserve a lot more respect than that.
Yeah.
Because it's the Spurs, so you're like, yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They should strap him. Like, get out of here.
Yeah,
like
no surprise.
he thought he was coming. He thought he was gonna come back and take home
Get
a
busy.
victory.
Strap.
It's not.
Nah,
it's not
we
going
got
down
you.
like that.
Yo,
It's
did
not going
you
down like
actually
that.
see
You made it sound look
yesterday
crazy.
when the Raptors turned the ball over and in
I
the
saw
Bucks
that.
Stadium they played the Kawhi Leonard laugh for the turnover? It was like, Yo, I was
great.
fucking
That's
crying,
great. That's
son.
great. That's
Yo,
great.
that shit was amazing.
I'm an advocate
Yo.
for players doing whatever the fuck they want. So I don't hate Kawhi
That's
because
a fact.
that'd be wrong of me.
That's a
I'd be
fact.
going against what I believe for my team, and I'm not one of them people that be like. I kind of hate when people do that, even though I kind of do it sometimes. But I don't really like with the Kevin Durant situation.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad KD left Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
I was mad at where he went.
Yeah.
That was the anger. So like I be mad when people are mad that players leave, but they're not mad when teams trade players or teams cut players. Like you're really like a super fan.
Yeah.
So I can't be a super fan. I'm more a fan of players. But the Spurs, we took home that W.
I got a conspiracy.
February 24th.
Y'all gonna take an L and
I
where?
got a conspiracy about James Harden right now. So
Oh, man.
I feel like when Chris Paul got injured, James Harden swore off the strip club, and right now he's on a strip club binge, and he's been wilding. I feel like because he hasn't been in a strip club.
Did you see? So Steph was playing or whatever.
Yeah, I seen that
So
shit.
Steph did the double step back. I'm like, oh, that was pretty.
Ooh.
He pulled to James Harden. So
that
the
not
so the
dirty,
ref
man?
called
The ref
travel.
called-
That's 30 man.
Very much so.
Is that 100%
It is dirty, man.
100%.
It's dirty, man.
Steph went.
He was like, and I'm just like, damn. So, like I laugh.
It's
Yeah,
dirty,
he's
man.
sold, not to be
Did
sold.
But that's
Snitch.
exactly like
This
But Steph is the same color as a pancake. So like, what do you expect?
And not only that,
But-
Steph got shit in his arsenal that niggas wouldn't necessarily agree with.
Yeah, that's a
and niggas can't. It's hard to call. So don't act like you ain't got some nifty shit. Yo, James Harden.
I feel like the person who best handled that situation was Kyrie Irving. I don't know if y'all seen that back-to-back play where James Harden hit him with the step back, and then Kyrie Irving did the same exact shit on him in the corner and hit it in this girl.
Sneaky.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that video because that shit was beautiful.
And that's how you do it.
But that's how you get back at him. But here's another thing about Kyrie Irving.
Did Houston
Kyrie
beat
Irving,
Golden State a couple days ago?
no, yeah, they beat them with the James Harden.
Because
No,
he beat him with that move.
he beat
That's
him.
what it is.
He literally hit both
And he
Draymond
they
and
hated.
I think he hit
So you
Draymond
hating,
and
you
Clay with
sneaky
it.
hating, you
You
throwing so much
have
fries.
to remember that this is the pettiest team in the league.
It's true.
That's a
It's
fact.
true. They become that. They
Golden
become
State
divas.
Warriors are they are fucking Antonio Brown.
Right.
They as a collective, them niggas came
Niggas say
together
Antonio
and
Brown.
formed an Antonio Brown,
Oh,
and
my
that
God.
shit is amazing. To
You
me.
heard what Clay said to the reporters. He was sassy. I liked his response, but you know, like when they asked him about a shot, he was like, "Yo, this," you know. He was like, "Who could really tell me?"
Who would
about
tell
my
me
shot?
that?
Yeah,
Larry Bird? He said Larry Bird? Ray Allen?
Ray Allen. He said, unless it's Larry Bird or Ray Allen,
He's a
they're
rude ass
just
nigga.
right telling me about my shot. Type
He's
shit.
rude.
They're disrespectful to
I was
each
like,
other.
oh,
Draymond called
excuse
KD a
me.
bitch. Like, they don't care about nobody.
They are
It's like
dead.
Sean
Those guys
Hughes
are
crazy.
bad
Oh, yeah,
prima
but
donnas
look
on
at,
one team.
but look at the beautiful Kyrie Irving with this move. Look at this. Bang.
Excuse me,
Oh,
bang.
Yo, listen. I think. All right.
And they're
all right.
pointing at him.
Excuse me.
Hold up. All right. So, am I bugging or am I bugging? I feel like when moves come about, we change the rules of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LeBron created the crab dribble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James Harden created the double step back. NBA, make it happen. I want to
Yeah,
see
that's
it.
a fact.
I want to see more double step backs.
That's a fact.
I don't think it's a
fact.
tribal.
When Stephen Curry hit that bitch, I was like, ooh,
that.
ooh.
I want to
was like,
see
he
that. I ain't gonna lie, Steph Curry shit looked very sexy.
Steph
Curry shit looked very sexy.
Niggas used to bring the crossover high. Niggas had to bring the whistle on.
First of
that.
all-
Change that.
first of
Niggas
all-
was snapping niggas.
Michael Jordan created like one of the greatest illegal moves ever.
Yeah.
And niggas act like it's just not a real move. But you feel me? That's only the highlighted one. Like we can create a catalog of MJ pushing off without even crossing over. MJ just was a push off nigga because he was an oversized nigga at his position for the time. Like everybody do it. The double step back needs to be made legal. It is the new move. I love it. It looks amazing.
If we do that, we need to be able to bring back the high crossover speed. At least
I don't think the high crossover ever left
somebody
though. When Steph crossed Chris Paul that time and it was crazy,
Yeah.
he carried.
Yeah.
He carried and he pushed him. He used AI and Michael
MJ,
Jordan.
right.
Like, come on. All of these rules are still here.
You're right.
And let's be real.
You know the only
Jamal
nigga-
Crawford that ass does this
Nah,
before every dribble.
And then we're gonna keep it a hundred bands.
Niggas
The
toasting up to
only
his linkiness.
That's a
The
fact.
only
Yeah.
superstar,
Right.
the only superstar they ain't let establish a move was Shaq. Cause Shaq hook,
Right, right.
Shaq hook was lethal. It
was
should
like
have
a
been made
tornado.
legal
Yeah.
because if you just couldn't handle it, you just couldn't
That's
handle
it.
it. That's
Get your
just
body
it.
on. Get your body.
My nigga, honestly, for a period when DeMarcus Cousins was on the Kings by himself struggling, he was doing that move to everybody, and they could not stop
My
him.
nigga.
In the paint.
Shit, even Mono got a move, son.
Yeah.
Cause when Mono first started Euroing, that was low key a travel how he did it. Niggas ain't care. That shit was sexy.
What do you think about niggas that's about to start jumping for the 3-point line?
Oh, I want Giannis to do that 3-point line layup. That niggas was doing.
Yo, listen.
Giannis
When I realized this the other day, because after I seen that shit, like I went into my Googles, like, can this actually be counted as 3? All that shit, and there's nothing that said it can't.
It is a 3.
I don't
Starting
understand
from
why
the
people
3-point
haven't been
line.
doing this since forever.
Giannis needs to just start doing
And
it.
you got alright. I get what y'all saying, but think of how many
There's
people
mad niggas
is
in the
thinking,
lane.
You're not jumping from
Right,
that far.
right. You gotta have
You
clearance.
can
There's
only
niggas-
do that on a fast break. You
Right.
can't do it in
Very
that
true,
flow.
very true. But there's a lot of niggas who could have been doing this.
Yeah.
And they could have been. LeBron could have been doing this. Michael Jordan, Dr. J, all these niggas could have
But
been
also, like, Giannis
doing
could do
this.
this.
Also, too, though, what you got to think of too
That's
is the
just
toll on
crazy.
your body.
Yeah,
you jump
that
from
is
that
crazy.
far.
Yeah, that is a.
We jump from that far, and then
And you're trying to land
When you
properly.
coming down,
Yeah.
You're trying to land properly.
It's a little crazy.
Impact.
it's too much close to injury. Yeah, it's too much.
When
The
you
risk
jump,
not worth the
nigga
reward.
in,
You might as well work on your
by the
jump
time
shot.
you land, there's gonna be a nigga there.
But
I think Giannis will bust that out
ain't even getting
one
too
time
high
on
off
the
the
fast
ground.
break.
Son. He already.
I feel like Giannis
he
one
already
time
in
off the
there.
fast break is gonna pull that off, nigga. He might do it in the All-Star game, nigga. Like literally, they see us tweet,
I'm
bro.
throwing it off the bat.
I feel like-
catch it and jamming.
I feel like this-
with the fucking. You know what I mean? I want to see niggas injured.
layup.
This is
Yeah,
this
that's
is the one aspect of the game that the NBA is behind the NFL on. The NFL changes aspects of the game damn near every season to progress offense.
Yeah.
And the only thing the NBA has done to progress offense is add a 3-point line and stop hand checking.
Because I think the popularity will expand the profit more than the rules.
The only way the NBA's popularity is going to surpass the NFL is if niggas start scoring 200 points a game.
That's a
The
fact.
rules for the NFL at the time
Do you
never
really
changed.
see that though?
Yeah.
I never thought I wanted to
It's
see
supposed to
50,
be an
45
event when it's
football
like
games.
154, 156. That's an event. That's like, oh,
Yeah,
yo, this
all-star
triple
games.
overtime.
I'm gonna be honest, we really close to that, bro.
50, 45 football games used to be events.
Yeah.
Now them shits is the norm. And we still get the same
That's what I'm saying.
That's because the players
excitement.
are more
But we
advanced now.
getting up there.
And that's
bro,
what I'm saying.
because
Our players are more... Yo,
I've
listen,
seen some final
if-
scores
if-
like 144 to 113. And that's like
we get it.
regular. Like by the
But
day now.
we're talking about like the progression though. The NBA wants to get past NBA wants to get to that $9 billion a year mark that the NFL is at right now.
Yeah.
Right.
200 points a game is gonna get you there.
I think they should do it in what they offer
Huh?
as far as like the consumer
don't have
value
a Super Bowl.
versus.
They can never have a Super Bowl
rules.
unless the game is shortened.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl is there for.
Forget all this sports shit. My man score here, and we gotta catch up, man.
That's a
I think we got a lot to offer the people, man.
We do.
Yo, man, what's going on with Camo Style? What's going on with the music, man?
You
Yeah,
know,
that's a fact.
niggas still doing music. You know, Ramsey, he's still working hard. You know what I mean? With me, I got a book club that I'm launching, New Black Summit. You know what I'm saying?
I want
trying
parts,
to
man.
just be more proactive. And now I'm supposed to launch it in June, but you know, I wanted to get it right. I wanted to make sure everything's right. Present a website, you know, access for people. I always see people like on the social media, like suggesting books and things like that. Even if I ain't read it, I'm always like, you know, just real like privy to that and proactive with that. So
I got books, so we can link on that.
Oh,
I
hell
just send them
yeah.
over. You know
I
what
seen
mean?
a list. Matter of fact, I think you had RT not too long ago that I had like put in my favorites or whatever the case may be, and it was just like mad books that I ain't seen before. Some of which I heard, and I was like, oh, that'd be good to just you know, spread the word on that. Yeah, I just been on that, just trying to get the knowledge up. Really, you know, learn the business. You know, with the music, you take a step back anytime you just want to learn the business. You know, how to make it, you know, marketable, how to profit off of it, things like that. So that's just what I've really been doing, trying to get that right, and just trying to like focus on not just the plan, but the follow through.
Yeah.
You know, to make it.
Yeah,
Because a lot of
exactly.
time, you know, I always say like niggas. You know, niggas envision the reward and not the journey.
Right,
Steps you take to get there.
right.
You know, and a lot of times we be overexcited. The idea come, we be overexcited. The reward, what we could get from it, what we could gain from it. But we don't privy ourselves to research what it takes to get to that. So, you know, I just try to take a step back and not get caught up in just the output of stuff. Like when it comes to music, saying like, oh, you know, I'm not gonna put out music till I understand where it's gonna go and how I can get it to where I want it to go. Or I'm not gonna, you know, do certain things.
Right,
And it
right,
can help
right,
hurt
right.
certain people brand, you know, but for me it just worked because people know I'm genuine to myself and they know like I like to be involved in so many things. You know what I'm saying? So that's really just what it's been. Just paying attention to the times too. Shit has
Right,
changed.
shit has changed since we was
Shit
running
has
around,
changed
right.
since we was running around before. So it's like now it's like damn, like, you know, the younger talent is on deck, and you know, for me, I just like fell in love with different things. Being a musician, I've been learning guitar, so I've been like, damn, do I want to, you know, maybe incorporate
right.
that now? You know, do I want to incorporate vocalizing, and maybe harmonize, shit like that? So it's like now I just want to make music for real,
Right,
being a
exactly,
musician versus being, you know,
A
lyricist
rapper.
like what I was before.
Yeah.
Or a rapper, I'm still that. I still got that. Anytime it's a cipher, whatever, I can still definitely assert myself and things like that. But when it comes to like just working on music, now I'm just hearing the sonics and things.
Yeah, yo,
That's
that's
a fact.
So I'm not, now I'm in the
That's a
sonics.
fact,
Now I'm
yeah.
33, so for me, you know, it's like I've been through bad stages with it. I've been through the this nigga's bad, you know, he not spitting. I've been through the change where I had to accept the new niggas, like the new sound and shit. I've been through that, the golden era, all of that. So now it's just like my favorite rapper, Playboy Cardi. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's my favorite rapper, dead ass. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the dynamic of things is different now, and I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still a fan of the core shit that I grew up off of. You know what I'm saying? I could still go back to the Nas that was written and brush up on the bars and spit that shit like yesterday. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I think that's what it's about now. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I had to take a step back and I guess learn me. Yeah. And be like, yo, well, what am I into? What do I really want to do? What am I? And then as the years are passing, you learn it more. You grow. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then things are happening on the outer scale, like on social media. We on that shit every day and we seeing different things. People talk about different topics every day. Yeah. Shit, your childhood heroes is being exposed now for the things they did. So it's like it's taking the turn of who you was as a man because you grew up on certain things. You know what I mean? It's like you like, damn, well, I grew up off this. It kind of made me into a man, you know what I mean? And now you changing the dynamic. It's like being pushed into the water.
Is it kind of like I think you know what I'm saying? Me and you are like in a lot of ways, especially what you're saying. It's kind of like we're introspective with our art. You get what I'm saying? So when there's inner turmoil, you don't want to put out your art because it's going to represent turmoil. Right. You know what I mean? And it's not going to be your best art or best self. You know what I mean? Was that the case for you?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, because I think he brought it up earlier about separating the art from the person, and like we in the times where some people say they do, some people say they don't. I'm not really a fan of that. Like I feel like the art is the person, the person behind the art. Like if it's a rapper, singer, whatever they're doing, they represent whatever the content they putting out. That's the person. They're speaking for that. So if you singing, yo, I love fucking 10 bitches. That's who you are. You know what I'm saying? Or and even if it's not who you are, that's who you want people to see you as. Right? So it's like even at the end of the day, you gotta accept accountability. Yeah. So if you putting out content, it have to be true to who you are. You know what I'm saying? It have to be true to who you are, because if it's not, then you leave an opportunity for someone to pull your card in that gray area and say, well, you said this, you said that. And for a while I was like overanalyzing it. I'm like, everything I say gotta be like, I want a Rolls Royce, you know what I mean? I want to, I want to be with you know what I mean? Or, I was collabing with niggas and niggas is talking about certain shit on songs and I'm like, damn, I gotta tell this nigga that I'm not with that.
Yo, that's hard.
It's hard. It's hard because it starts to block your creativity. You like, damn, it was genuine. You like, yo, I love the beat, and then the hook come out, and you like, fuck, this nigga's talking about this. I don't do lean. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yo, bro, could we just And then it's a nigga like, you feel what I'm saying? So it just started to get to that point. I'm like, all right, so before I approach music, I have to let niggas know, like, this is who I am. Don't contact me for music if you're not going to be on this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know what I mean? And you don't gotta be on my type of shit, because I'm a fan of that too. Like I said, Playboy Cardi, that's my favorite rapper. He talk about different shit. But does that necessarily mean I'm gonna get in the studio with a nigga like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not on the same, you know what I'm saying? Obviously. But I know how to separate that. You know what I mean? That's when you can separate the art from the person. Yeah. Versus if they're doing something in their personal life and it's a heinous act, like you said earlier, a crime or some shit, then you like, yo, I can't separate that. Because who you are in the music, it bothers me. You know what I mean? So for me, I couldn't put out the music because I'm like, man, what do I want people to see? What do I want them to hear?
Exactly. Yo, same here. That's why son, you put that shit perfectly, because it's like you got to take a step back, even if it's from something you love. You know what I'm saying? To really figure out yourself. You know what I mean? Because if you not taking care of you're not going to take care of the shit you love.
That's it.
And that's just the fact of the matter. So
can't be no external input if the internal ain't right. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you can't put nothing out if internally you not right. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of artists that I come across, I did music with Quality, I did music with, Rams. We all went through internal things, and niggas took step backs, and people will run up to each and every one of us individually. Yo, was good with, and I'll see it. I might be one of them, and I'll be like, okay, he might be going through it out. You know what I'm saying? Things are, so you're not only sympathetic, you empathetic towards it. You went through that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, we just in them time.
Yeah, word up. That was perfectly put, bro. Yo, any final hate, Reem?
Yeah. That's like I was saying earlier.
Like the game.
It's crazy. All the Laker fans are now saying without such and such. I wasn't saying that before. I just want to say this.
Nigga, I mean,
wait.
What? Did that happen before?
Wait.
Is this the first time we met?
If we do win on St. Patrick's Day,
I fucking won't.
You heard this before.
LeBron's gonna dunk on every player on your team.
We
nigga.
might have Porzingis, and we will have Frank.
Wow, they're not bringing Porzingis back.
All
Niggas keep bringing up Frank.
Yo.
Go ahead.
This nigga don't stop talking about this fucking Frenchman, son.
The French Prince. Get it right, man.
That shit sucks. Go ahead.
The franchise.
The franchise.
Wow.
If we win, I don't want to hear shit, but I'm sorry. That's all I want to hear. It's my final hate. My final hate's all
You get a pop- you get a
We have
pop-
two here.
Right.
We have two here. My final hate is one here.
My final hate, man, is actually love, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to spread more love. I want people for 2019 to be focused on that. You know what I mean? Stop focusing on the things you don't like. A lot of people are focusing on the things they don't like. And they're putting that out. That's one thing that I observe, and I see people are very vocal about the shit they don't like.
Right.
It's not enough of them talking about the shit they do like.
Yo, that's the reason why we named the show the Haters Bowl.
Right. Right. And it's like it's okay to, you know, put that out there or whatever, but it gotta be a balance, you know what I mean? Because people become, you know, they become to a point where it's like, well, what the fuck do you like? That's what I mean. Like, do you like anything? You know what I mean? And a lot of people, they just projecting this negative energy. And so for 2019, I just want people to focus on what they like. You know what I mean? You know, and if it's really something you hate, then you know, vocalize that. Shit, you know what I mean?
With knowledge.
With knowledge, research it.
Being that I am Dude Love today, I'm gonna follow in the footsteps of our guests. I'm gonna dish out some love. This is to the Jets. Y'all got a lot of bread, like a whole lot of bread. Le'Veon, Antonio's out there. Like, give my guy Sam Darnold give him some weapons. Like, let's get spicy out here. let's have them dudes on the other side of the building. Like,
yes,
what are they doing?
Right.
I don't really spend that bread wisely. That's all I'm asking. Love y'all, man. God bless.
Let's stay in that. My final hate is also gonna be love, man. Just remember, first thought, everything start with you. So self accountability first. Reflection first, self accountability second. You gotta make sure you right and you doing the right things out here before you can say anything about anybody else. So make sure you handle your own business.
Fact. My final hate is actually gonna be hate.
I like that.
I'm gonna hate
Consistency.
I'm gonna hate on the people that consistently believe that anytime that there's a problem within our community, whether it be like black men or black women, that it becomes some type of like hurt Olympics. Like, who's more of a victim than the other person. Like, if someone's going through something, it's okay for you to not try to bring up an experience that you went through to try to compare it to that experience, because that destroys the underlying point of what that person's talking about. We should be able to heal each other and listen to each other and try to figure out a way to help ourselves.
That's what makes these stories come out later.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So, because when you do that, people do not want to come forward, and we will never heal, and we'll always have those fucked up problems. So my hate is really for those people that always want to compare experiences all the time. Like, you don't have to. It's okay to just sit it out and listen to what the person's talking about.
When I see the hate Olympics going on, my fucking competitive fire, like, it'd be so crazy. But I'd be like, this is not the competition.
It's not a competition. We fighting each other. Like, we not fighting other people. You get what I'm saying? Like, if it's the hate Olympics against the whites,
that,
I understand,
my friend.
Let's get it.
I'm a gold
I'm ready.
medalist.
I'm ready. But if it's like black women talking about something, like, just shut up, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah,
we don't give a fuck about what you gotta say, fam.
Crazy.
Like, not right now. We're not talking about that.
Crazy.
Like, it's important, but we're not talking about that right now.
Right.
So that's how I feel about that
Stay on
shit.
key.
Like, that's it.
All right, let's get it. Hey, champ.
Hey.
Suck your mother.